Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here at ICP, see what's going on. We are going to double check a couple of key factors here, such as liquidation levels and kind of some areas in which we could see the price action potentially sweep either up or down to. But more importantly, this coin's still looking, I guess, decent. It's more so range bound, and we're going to just go ahead and talk about that and what that means. So if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Truly do love teaching people to trade. I hope you can learn something today. If you do want to become a better trader, again, cryptocash.tech is a site. Link down below. Join our esteemed members over here. We did find some phenomenal profits here recently as well here. So if we take a look, we can see ARPA 260%, Injective 76%, 5 days, AVAX 85% in 4 days, etc. We even have a short coin for some AI coins for 34% for Fetch Coin, and we got 20% from Ocean. So anyway, some good trades over the last couple of days here. Taking a look at ICP, we want to double check a few things. So first of all, we're still above the 20-day SMA, so we're still considered to be bullish in the overall sense here. Okay. We've been like this for a little while now, but generally speaking, holding above that level leads me to believe we're in pretty good shape. We can also see some solid support between 13 and 1350. I mentioned this yesterday, but I just like to reaffirm that so you understand that the probability of price staying above that level is quite high, considering we have so many people feeling like that's a good value, and that's essentially where they continue to add to their position. Looking here, though, we are getting closer to 50 on the RSI. Generally, I would say it's a bad sign. That's actually very good here, and the reason why, keep this in mind, we got the money flow index staying high. Okay. So with this RSI coming down, there's a solid chance we're going to pivot, which basically just implies that that level, once we hit 50 on the RSI, will probably fall into the $13.50 to $13 range. Okay, so a solid chance we're going to jump here soon. Again, pending Bitcoin doesn't dump, we should be in good shape here to see ICP recover. Again, no doubt there is basically a MACD divergence on the horizon, so curious if we're going to see an MACD FU or just generally what that's going to look like. But simply put, we don't want to trade into that until it confirms, right? So that's not bearish until it isn't. So that being said, we take a look here. If the price drops below this, say $13 mark, I would say we're going to be in a situation where the price action will probably continue lower. Okay, again, losing that 20-day SMA would be suboptimal. So I would say a closure at 1380 or higher would be appropriate or more ideal that we're going to be wanting to see here for this coin, just to ensure we stay within the current range that we're in right now. Okay, so again, you can kind of see this range bound activity effectively establishing. We can even pull this back a little further. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attempts to break that range of 15, 30 with no luck. We also see a lot of support attempts here too. We can pull this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attempts to the downside. Okay, so range bound activity is exactly that. Once it takes off, it figures out a direction, it'll likely use that level as a resistance or support. So hypothetically, the price does one of these, that would become the new support. Hypothetically, the price does one of these, it become the new resistance. Okay, that's generally the concept of how that should work. Guarantees? No. There is no such thing as guarantees in trading. But you can increase your statistical probabilities, and that's what we do here. That's why we look at the charts to analyze roughly what could happen next. 4-hour time frame, quickly to note, we're under 50 on the RSI, but we've been wavering above and below for some time. This is kind of a false indication here of support and resistance, just based on the fact of us being range bound. Me personally, I don't usually like to trade within those kind of ranges until you have a breakout. We did have a breakout previously of a descending wedge pattern. It did break to the upside, but then Bitcoin pulled back, and ICP's had some difficulty getting back on track. But we can see stochastic swinging down. Hypothetically, this next stochastic swing to the upside will be our second, and that'll be a stronger continuation upwards. But once more, we're underneath that level, not great, but we are still maintaining high money flow index. So money flowing into this coin is looking still quite beneficial, but once more, no need to sugarcoat it here. We got a MACD divergence, still looking slightly bearish in the overall sense. So the 4-hour time frame, while the daily looks slightly bullish, we can see the 4-hour time frame looking slightly bearish. They're kind of canceling each other out. So all the more reason to kind of hesitate and wait to take a trade, me personally, because again, you've seen this squeezed type of scenario here. We're not above or below the cloud either. It's just kind of a big mess of range bound activity. So unless you want to continue to buy the dip and sell the top, I would say just wait for confirmation to either side, break out up or down. If it does break down, keep in mind we got a solid amount of support at 13 to 1350, so I don't really think it's going to be that substantial. It's going to take a lot of selling pressure to get below those ranges. So I would say, generally speaking, add your position at 13 to 1350. That would be a solid consideration for you. And if we do end up breaking to the upside, we can see a good chance the price will continue to run just based on the fact that it's getting compressed. I mean, if we had Bollinger Bands picked up, we pull that up on the charts, we would see, of course, the price getting really, really tight. And that just means we got a breakout due soon. So be ready, hold on to your hats, folks. I'd recommend waiting for that breakout to occur to confirm. We break above this level here, closure at 1530, 1550 or higher, then I would say it'd be green light to take a long. And I know what you're thinking too. Why not take a long to that level right now? Well, you can if you want. It's just a higher risk because we don't know it's going to continue that direction. So if you do end up doing that and you're the kind of person that likes to gamble, first of all, maybe consider trading isn't good for you. Second of all, I would recommend low leverage, low position sizing so you can survive that. Okay, so some people that have a crazy risk tolerance can use low leverage, low position sizing to their advantage. It's when they start using massive, large amounts and or large amount of volume, or more so to say too much leverage, and then you can have a big problem because these nasty candle wicks will stop you out. Yeah, you'll see it too. Those liquidation levels are nasty. So don't do that, don't bother. Either way, I hope you learned something here today. Don't forget to comment below, like, subscribe, and follow. Please make sure you register for this trading competition here. It's coming up here. We're basically, the next 2 weeks we have open enrollment for March 28th through April 11th. Okay, we need 30 people to register is all, and that'd be a nice little 10K prize pool split amongst 30 people, and all the details are here. So if you want to be part of that, just a fun, casual experience, check it out. It's really cool. Thank you so much for watching, folks. Hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.